Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is the season finale for Project Blue Book, Season 2, Episode 10, Operation Mainbrace. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to take care of a little bit of business first, and we'll get to it. If you like what you see here, remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see at the very end of this video a video pop up here. Basically, what YouTube does takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. Up here is going to be dispatches from elsewhere. That's what's going to go up there. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below there. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I also mirror it on my Facebook page as well. And speaking of Facebook, there is a Facebook group page there which you guys can join. You can post stuff, talk amongst yourselves, all that kind of stuff. Glitches in the audio, really? Already? Well, we'll see what happens here. If it glitches out, I may end up just recording this all over again. So who knows? I apologize to the chat to begin with. So I also have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I have a Patreon page, but no tier set up as of yet. There we go. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not watched the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. Or it may just get recorded again, depending on how glitchy it is. And you can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. And as always, you always see the little spoiler alert sign right above my shoulder right there. So, yeah, it ended kind of almost in a movie kind of fashion here where we have them out on the North Atlantic, 24 hours before Operation Mainbrace, we see this thing that looks like a whale tail. It's actually a triangular, unidentified flying or underwater craft that comes up out of the water and kind of goes over the USS Wisconsin. And Kennedy sends out, of course, oh yeah, it's a cliffhanger, definitely. I wasn't expecting that ending either, Josephine Tracy. Yeah, we had, we had them, Kennedy ends up sending out Project Blue Book because he's not trusting the information that he's getting from the generals at this point. Because, of course, the military, as he says, is trying to bury the existence of UFOs, and they don't want him looking at this kind of stuff. So he sends them out there, and of course, they get stonewalled by the admiral that's out there. And the admiral's pretty much a dick. He really is. He's a big dick. And our B plot is Mimi dealing with the generals because of Susie. And basically, they tell her Susie is willing to give up information, but only to you if you want to do that. And, your safety is our highest priority, is what they tell her. And she's like, yeah, all right, I'll do it, kind of thing. And, oh, yeah, you got no glitches so far. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting a kind of cliffhanger, but I mean, I don't know if Susie is dead. We didn't, we don't see a body. She ends up giving Mimi a clue that she hid something in Joel's room. And actually, we saw her kind of roaming around the house there. So, yeah, I think I remember her hiding that a while back. But she actually took a big chance. I mean, hiding that picture of her child and the address in her child's in Joel's work, because who knows, Joel was going to be playing around with that or what was going on. But yeah, she essentially gave up the name of her handler and the address to the generals. But in the meantime, told Mimi where to find this picture of her child and the address of where her child is. Because remember, she paid for her child to come over. And that's a little too much for Mimi to handle when she goes over there. And she basically says, here's the letter that her mother left her, and I got to go. See ya. Bye. And yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, you had the YouTube open channel in 2 tabs. So it was you, Joe Greer. It was you. Yes, she is still a prisoner. I really doubt that they're going to, kill her because, she's a Russian operative. She was a high-ranking Russian, well, not high-ranking, but she had a lot of stuff going on, operational wise. So of course they can also use her as a chip to get one of their own spies back as well, which happened quite frequently in the 50s and the 60s, in the 70s. There's a lot of prisoner exchanges that happen that way. So yeah, very interesting thing. But then, of course, we have the ghost ship that keeps appearing. That I love how Quinn deduced that, not everybody who was a witness was there. That they were probably high ranking. They wouldn't be in the brig. They would be kept in their quarters. So he goes and just wanders around the ship looking for wherever some guards are stationed, and of course he finds them, and they find the photo evidence of that as well, which was actually really kind of cool. Um, yeah, Josephine, I don't think we're going to see them go. To tell you the truth, I kind of believe they're popular characters. They are not going to go, especially if it gets to season 3. So we'll see. That was a nice thing about this episode. The way things wrapped up, if they don't get a season 3, it does leave it kind of on a cliffhanger, but it's kind of a nice cliffhanger in a way. And it's kind of like the adventure's still out there for them for Hynek to do, to find Quinn, and then also, of course, what the hell's going on with Susie at this point. Um, yeah. But that whole thing with Quinn going down to the mini sub and finding a couple of ships that are, I guess, around a portal, an underwater portal. I don't know for sure. It was kind of left vague as to what it was, but considering that Hynek had all those lists of coordinates of different people who disappeared and where they reappeared, all that kind of stuff, where people had disappeared for 3 days and then appear someplace else like 3,000 miles away. And it's always like 3,000 miles away. And so that's why he's looking as to where Quinn ended up. And so he enlists the help of our little favorite man in black to go to Antarctica and see. Actually, he's going to the Arctic. No, wait, he said Tierra del Fuego, which is, yeah, south. That's Antarctica. Yeah. So, which is kind of weird because this all happened in the North Atlantic. So why they're going, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So that's what's happening. So Quinn is hunting, or yeah, excuse me, Hynek is hunting for Quinn. Susie's in, you know, jail. Mimi pretty much doesn't want anything to do with any of this now at this point. I think she's kind of like, yeah, she's telling, she's even telling Hynek, come to bed. He's gone. Kind of let him go now at this point. Let Quinn go. He's dead, kind of thing. But we saw what happened. We get a little flashback that there was a bright flash and everything disappeared and all the depth charges were neutralized, of course. So good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff going on there. And I really hope there's a third season to this. They really do need to do a third season. I mean, granted, it's a lower budget than what you would see on like Amazon or something like that. If this show was on Amazon, my God, it would probably be so good and be, like 2 or 3 more episodes per season. But yeah, I don't think history has the money to throw at it right now. I don't know if it's what the numbers are getting right now either. I need to actually see what that's going to be. And yes, they have a lot of really good actors in it too. So fingers crossed, season 3. Hopefully that happens. And you know, until then, I forget who it was. Was it you? No, it wasn't you, Josephine. Someone in the comment section for Project Blue Book for the Skinwalker Ranch one, uh, was really disappointed by that episode. And they are going to do a whole series based on the Skinwalker Ranch, happening next week, next Tuesday, actually, in the Project Blue Book time slot there. And it's from the makers of Oak Island, which, god damn, man, Oak Island just keeps dragging on and on and on. Talk about a circle jerk. I'm sorry, that one just has no payoff whatsoever. It's, oh, we found a piece of wood dating back to the 1800s or the 1500s. or we found a nail dating back to the will I be reviewing Skinwalker Ranch? No. No, if it's anything like, Oak Island, I can't do that. No, God, that's just a painful, painful show to watch. Yeah. It's really uh, it really is a painful show to watch. It's like, "Oh, we found a piece of dirt that dates back to the 15th century." Yeah. Okay, great. That's evidence of no, it's not. It really isn't. Yeah. Apple Crow says, "Would you like to know more?" No. No. And that was a really bad joke, Apple Crow, especially first thing coming in. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Josephine Tracy. Always striving, never arriving. That's pretty much Oak Island in a nutshell right there. It's like they always promise like, "And next time on Oak Island, they find a backhoe," but it gets stuck in the mud. Yeah. So no, I was not a fan of Ghost Hunters either, Joker. That and that was another it's the same kind of story where nothing really definitive happens, and they kinda build it up. It's like with dramatic music, "Dun, dun, dun. We're going to the van to get takeout from McDonald's. Dun, dun, dun." And yeah, that's the kind of buildup that this is, and, I wish I had that kind of music and, storytelling going on in my life sometimes, you know? He's gonna go blow his nose, dun dun dun, but nothing happens. Penn Farm Girl says, as a kid, I was always fascinated by Oak Island. That show killed my fascination. I never heard of Oak Island until that show came out, quite honestly, and kind of wish that was still the case. But yeah, yeah, I know a lot of people that are fascinated by that show, and I'm like, why? It's the same show every season. Watch the first episode and watch the last episode of the season. That's all you need. It's like a soap opera, it really is. You watch the first show at the beginning of the week, and you watch the last show at the end of the week. That's where you get your storyline changes. Same thing with this, at the season, you watch the first show at the, beginning of the season, you watch the last show at the end of the season, you get everything there. Same thing with The Walking Dead. Yeah, I could go on and on and on, but I don't. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I know, I'm in curmudgeon mode right now. Uh I'm doing this alternating work from home one day and then go into work the next day because you never have the same workspace, you know? It alternates back and forth. So, yeah, it's kind of taxing. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Hopefully, again, we get a Project Blue Book season 3. I haven't heard anything as of yet. Again, I got to go and take a look at the ratings, and hopefully the ratings are doing well. Hopefully they're holding steady, and hopefully they're up. That's the main thing. I don't know if they're getting I know they're not probably getting Oak Island ratings, which I think is history's highest rated show right now. Um, okay, great. But yeah, so anyway, what else do I have going on? Tomorrow I'm off. Wednesday and Thursday I'm off actually. Friday is Star Wars The Clone Wars. I'm talking about that. That's right. It's Ahsoka Tano. We're having the Ahsoka Tano arc right there. So that's always some good stuff. Saturday is Saturday morning blast off where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about and talk about it. And last week's was all about COVID-19 closures and stuff like that, and how things are getting moved around. And most likely it'll be some more talk about that because that's kind of what rules our lives right now is, all the closures and things like that. And all the stuff we're trying to do to keep ourselves from going stir crazy while we're inside. Mhm. What is Sunday? Sunday's Westworld, that's right. Sunday is Westworld. Monday is Dispatches from Elsewhere. That's right, Dispatches from Elsewhere. And then, of course, Tuesday right now is a blank. It's probably gonna be, Is It Worth My Time? And I believe I'm gonna be doing, Altered Carbon Resleeved, which was from Netflix. That's right, Altered Carbon Resleeved. That's what I'm gonna do. It's the animated, Altered Carbon movie that was on Netflix. So, I'll be doing that. And, of course, the following week, we end up having, Harley Quinn shows up. Future Man shows up, season 3 of Future Man, season 2 of Harley Quinn. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to in April and May, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. So, which one should I watch first? Of which? Joker. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Harley Quinn or Future Man or uh, I don't know which one. Which ones you were talking about? Oh, Carbon. Oh, well, if I say it, then it kind of gives away what I want to do on uh, Is It Worth My Time? So I'm going to say go and watch season 2 first. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say because I want to be coy about it. All right. So I'm going to cut this one short as usual. I mean, these are usually short and sweet and to the point anyway. Thank you, everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, wait till the very end of this video. You're going to see a video pop up here. If you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button. Up here is going to be dispatches from elsewhere. That's what's going to be up there. Was season 2 better than 2? I don't know what you're talking about, Josephine. Are you talking about Altered Carbon? Was season 2 of Altered Carbon better than season 1 of Altered Carbon? Or oh, there we go. I liked season 1 of Altered Carbon a lot better. Oh, Blue Book. There we go. Thank you. Stuff that was going on, like you had the Red Scare, Atomic War. They kind of resurrected a little bit at the beginning of this episode where they're talking about the doomsday clock and how it's 2 minutes to midnight and all that stuff. I think we're 1 minute to midnight is where we're at right now, or 30 seconds. I can't remember offhand. And we're actually very close and closer than we've ever been before. So yeah, that was the stuff I kind of liked from season 1, and they kind of got rid of that because Mimi was the one that was driving all of those nostalgia points, I guess you could say, and they wanted to make her more of a pivotal role, which I'm glad they did. Quite honestly, she's great that they're actually using Mimi's character more in the series. But I kind of wish they found a balance between the two and then had that in there. So yeah. I read about this movie Platform. Uh, I don't know what that is. So yeah, I liked season 1 a bit more than season 2. Definitely. What about you, Josephine? What did you think of it? Did you like season 1 or season 2? Is it better 1 or 2? 1 or 2? For those of you who ever gotten your eyes checked and have glasses, you think it's about the same? Okay, I can see that. There was some more fantastical stuff, I guess you can say, in season 2 than there was in season 1. Um, I did like both. Uh, you know, it's just like I said, I like season 1 a little bit better just because of that history portion of it that was in there that kind of fleshed out the world a little bit more. This one they seem kind of more self-contained in the stories, the UFO stories rather than the world that was going on around them at the time. So, yeah. Look at the videos. Take a look at the Facebook schedule that's up there. Go to suspendedfanimation.com for all the links that are there. I also have that in the description here for the video. You can take a look at that down there. So until Friday, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up getting taken by some aliens in an underwater vent or something like that. And your friend's going to have to go to the Antarctica to go and find you. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I will see you on Friday for Star Wars The Clone Wars. Good night, everybody.